All right, so President's Day, huh? It's sneaking up on us, and I bet you're wondering what to expect.
It is coming up quick.
Yeah, but before we get into all that, for anyone out there who loves getting the inside scoop on, well, basically everything, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give this video a like.
Yeah, help us out.
Okay, back to President's Day. We all know it's a federal holiday, but when is it exactly?
Well, it always falls on the third Monday of February.
Okay, and in 2025, that's going to be...
February 17th.
Got it, February 17th.
Write that down.
So everyone knows the date, but what's the history behind it? I mean, wasn't it originally just Washington's birthday?
Yeah, you're right. Initially, it was celebrated on George Washington's actual birthday, February 22nd.
Oh, so we moved it.
We did. The Uniform Monday Holiday Act of 1971 shifted it to the third Monday of February, and, gotta love those long weekends.
Oh, absolutely. Can't complain about a 3-day weekend. But shifting the date like that, it makes you wonder if people even remember why we celebrate. Is it just about Washington?
Good question. While it started as a tribute to him, it's kind of evolved over time. It's interesting because Abraham Lincoln's birthday is February 12th, really close to Washington's.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So over time, this proximity really helped solidify the idea of celebrating all U.S. presidents, not just focusing on one.
So it's less about individual birthdays and more about celebrating the presidency as a whole.
Precisely.
Interesting. So history lesson aside, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What does this mean for our listeners on that Monday? What should they expect?
Well, first things first, if you need to go to the bank, forget about it. Banks, and I mean every bank from the big names like Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, all the way to your small local credit unions, they'll all be closed.
Wow, every single bank.
Every single one, all physical branches shut down for the whole day.
So that's a complete banking shutdown. Huh? No quick trips to deposit a check or anything. What about ATMs and online banking? Those are usually lifesavers on holidays.
True, those will still be up and running, but don't expect things to be super speedy. You might experience some delays with transactions. Some things might not fully process until Tuesday.
Good point. So we've got bank-free Monday. What about other services? Are we looking at a total shutdown across the board?
Not totally. Alongside the banks, you can expect government offices to be closed, public schools and universities as well, and even the U.S. Postal Service.
So no mail delivery on Monday?
No mail, so don't rush to the post office for that last-minute package drop-off. It won't be open.
All right, so post office and banks are out. Anything else our listeners should know about?
Oh, one more thing. The stock market will also be closed for President's Day.
Right, even Wall Street needs a day off.
Everyone deserves a break.
That's true. So even traders need a moment to, I don't know, reflect on history or something.
Maybe.
Okay, so we've covered all the closures. What about everything else? Can we at least grab a bite to eat?
Oh, definitely. Restaurants, grocery stores, and most businesses will be open as usual.
Okay, phew. So we can still grab groceries and a burger if we need to.
Exactly. Life goes on.
That's reassuring.
It is, however, some individual businesses might choose to give their employees the day off, so it's always a smart idea to check beforehand just in case.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
Exactly. You're right. Always good to double check. While we're talking about what's open and closed, maybe we should switch gears for a sec and think about the historical side of President's Day.
Yeah, you're right. I think most people just see it as a day off work, a chance to score some deals.
Definitely. But there's got to be more to it than that, right?
Yeah.
Like we mentioned before, it wasn't always about all the presidents. It started as a day just for George Washington, celebrated on his birthday, February 22nd.
Right, but then the Uniform Monday Holiday Act in 1971 changed things up.
Yep, and of course everyone loves a 3-day weekend, right?
Oh, for sure. Who doesn't?
But I think it's more than that. As the U.S. grew, our understanding of what the presidency means also kind of evolved. It's not just about one person, but about the office itself, the idea of continuous leadership.
So moving the date wasn't just about getting a longer weekend. It was about reflecting a bigger idea, a broader view of the presidency.
Exactly. And then you have Abraham Lincoln's birthday, which is really close to Washington's. That kind of solidified this idea even more.
Oh, yeah, Lincoln's birthday is February 12th. Makes sense.
Lincoln is often considered one of our greatest presidents, and he really represents that idea of bringing the nation together, especially during tough times.
So these two really important figures having birthdays so close together, it just naturally led to honoring all presidents.
It's really interesting how these things happen, right?
It is. Speaking of interesting, maybe we should think about what our listeners should really take away from all this President's Day talk.
Good point. What are the key things they need to remember? Well, first off, remember those closures. Plan ahead, whether it's banking or running errands. Don't get stuck showing up to a closed bank or post office.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Yep. And second, take a minute to think about what the holiday really means, historically speaking. It's not just a day off. It's a chance to reflect on the presidency, how it's changed, and what it means for America.
It's about getting the whole picture, not just the surface stuff. And hey, if you happen to find a good sale while you're at it, that's a bonus.
For sure. A lot of stores use President's Day for sales and promotions, so if you're looking to buy something, you might just find a good deal.
So we've got a day for remembering, a day for planning, and maybe even a day for some shopping. Sounds like a pretty good holiday to me.
I'd say so. So as we wrap up a little look at President's Day, I'm curious, what are your plans for the day?
Well, maybe I'll check out some of those sales you mentioned. I've had my eye on this new gadget. Maybe it's time to treat myself.
Sounds good.
But hey, enough enough about me. What about you? And more importantly, what about our listeners out there? That's the question, isn't it? What will everyone be doing? Hitting up those sales, maybe checking out some historical sites, or just taking it easy and relaxing?
Yeah, lots of options.
Exactly. So let us know in the comments. We always love hearing what you all are up to.
Yeah, share your plans.
And that about wraps it up for our look at President's Day.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
We did, from the historical background to the practical stuff like what's open and closed.
Don't forget those sales.
Oh, right, the sales. Definitely take advantage of those if you can.
Absolutely. Enjoy the long weekend, everyone.
And remember, whether you're barbecuing, hitting the shops, or just catching up on some sleep, take a moment to think about what this holiday represents.
Yeah, it's more than just a day off.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into President's Day.
See you next time.